It's 3 o'clock, and it's time now for Peter Channel 3 o'clock news on this Monday afternoon, November 28th, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I have your 3 o'clock news and top story at 3 on this Monday afternoon is a man crashed his vehicle and pedestrians on Ohio State campus in Columbus on Monday, then slashed students with a butcher knife before fatally shot by a university police officer, authorities said. President Donald Trump transition spokesman Jason Miller offered no advice and evidence on Monday to back up his boss's false claim that there was widespread voter fraud in the presidential election. Meanwhile, his latest comment on Cuba since the death of Revolutionary Fidel Castro, President Donald Trump said on Monday that he would end Washington diplomatic talks with the island unless Cuba makes a bitter deal. Trump also met with retired Army General David Petraeus on Monday, a possible alternative choice for Secretary of State, amid a feud between the position between supporters of former New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani and 2012 presidential candidate Mitt Romney. Syrians have besieged Aleppo flee government forced to defense. Charleston, South Carolina, against advice of the federal judge, accused church shooter Dylan Storm Whoop, who represented himself in the felony trial that begins on Monday. Paul Nuttall has been elected leader of the UK Independence Party, replacing Nigel Farage. By the way, you don't know about him, as he's an angry when mainstream politicians who think they have a monopoly on truth. If U.S. President-elect Donald Trump delivers on a campaign pledges gets up for China and trade, lining up against him likely will be a never proliferate American multinational corporations. Kampala, Uganda, rights group on Monday again urged Ugandan security forces to show restraint as they violently crackdown on tribal militias in a remote area near Congo. Baghdad, when Iraq's top generals finalized a plan to retake Mosul from an Islamic State group, they gave themselves 6 months to finish the job. Authorities raided a Campbell hotel early Monday to pursue two jail escapes, but inmates weren't there. Regular Chavez 33 and Leon Campbell 26 were not found in the getaway days in, but 3 others were taken from the hotel. In Donald Trump's final days of campaign trail, he promised supporters that every dream he had dreams of a country that'll come true if he becomes president. One of the dozen of the 3 promises he made it and now expected to fulfill. New Orleans, after weeks of punishing, trapped the deep south will get some much-needed precipitation to release some areas this week, according to weather officials. Hampshire College persisted in its month to take down American flags at Philadelphia campus can't use the small Hermes institution outside its reputation as a place for attention-grabbing commentary and protest. Tokyo, Japan's electricity customers may have to pay more in order to cover the cost of the decommission of Fukushima nuclear power plant. Seoul, North Korea's crackdown on communication with the outside world has not stopped women detectives from the south and contaminated children they left behind. Caracas, Venezuela. Venezuela's public ministry said 11 members of the National Army will be charged in the connection to the deaths of 12 civilians whose bodies were found last week. Moscow, the wife and aide of the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, appeared in a concentration camp uniform or televised as intense competition drawn and outrage. Seoul, North Korea's Kim Jong-un provided field guidance in a country known for its tourist attractions, including the country's first ski resort. Hampton, Connecticut, President Obama leaves office with his answer approval waiting in 4 years. A cornerback university survey released Monday said. And now look at business news. This morning, CNN announced that it acquired Bernie, YouTube vlogger Cassie Neistat's middle several Mondays there and shoppers are open online to take advantage of some hefty discounts on consumer dollars spent $5.4 million between midnight and 10 a.m. Eastern Time, according to Adobe. It's a privilege subsidy as the World Trade Organization ruled on Monday that taxpayer from Washington State helped born develop its new 777X. Airline was a privilege subsidy and set back by the U.S. Delta Airlines banned Trump's support for the disrupting fight. Iran is pulling out of the race for the market share when the world's fastest growing oil consuming nation, India. Weakening oil arrival. OPEC members amid the group's struggle to agree on output cuts. Per Daspago, Italy. Italian and Navy launched an Aster 30 missile from Navy Brigami during a live fire exercise completely part of the weapons qualification program. Looking at the stocks now, down 25, 10 points at 19 without 117.04, S&P 5 down 7.47 points at 2,205.48, and Nasdaq down 20.30 points at 5,378.22. One of the world's treasures, the Great Barrier Reef, has suffered its worst coral die-off ever recorded, Australian scientists said on Monday. While the dinosaurs, one of the U.S. scientists may have been informing the space source, say a new study based on large amount of almost what kind of data in NASA's Cassini mission, which has been observing in planets since 2004. Divorce is often stressful for parents and children now. Newport with some advice. Parents encourage them to look at their children with pediatrician, therapists, and others in there. Companies help them manage this tough time. Urgently, you need a new financial model for vaccine development. Teva, as the NASA plans to eliminate 210 jobs in Malta when it works to integrate the purchase of Elgin's generics. Peter Children's time is now 3:05 on this Monday evening. Monday afternoon going into Monday evening, and it is time now for a sports report. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be down to Miami, take on a Miami game time, 7:30 p.m. Cleveland, after consecutive 3.5 to open the second half of Sunday's 27-13 victory over the winless Browns, the New York Giants surprisingly scrapped their extended 3 receiver formation. With only 5 weeks left in the NFL season in 2016, the playoff picture started coming to focus, and there are a few surprises. To some fans, our ill-fated one season since the LA Lakers might seem to let. It's time to go jump out one at fans commentary after Lakers 1-9 for Payson and Howard's outline on Sunday night at time. East River, New Jersey. New England Patriots could have Tom Brady didn't have his usual pinpoint actually for extended stretch about 10 and Rob Gronkowski knocked the game late and then the Fox scored a back injury. Peter Children's time is now 3:06 on this Monday afternoon going into Monday evening, and it's time now for Travis and Travis report. Baby! Let's see where the furries are. Looking good on the subway system. It's looking good, and on the commuter rail, it's looking good. All right, let's take a look at how is in Moways of New England on this Monday afternoon going to Monday evening, 95 on the northbound side, stopping between Greenwich and Bridgeport. Merritt Parkway eastbound side of the stop and go from Stamford Alden into Bridgeport. 91 on the northbound side, slow north of 95 New Haven. 95 on the northbound side, little from West Haven towards New Haven. 91 on the northbound side of background, Interstate 84 Harvard, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side of background, Interstate 84 Harvard, Connecticut. Interstate 84 westbound side is back to around Hartford, Connecticut. Around 91 I-84 eastbound side is back to around Waterbury after Route 8. 91 on the southbound side, back to 291 and 57 in Springfield. 95 on the northbound side, it is back to Crenton Ollie and downtown Providence. 95 southbound side, back to downtown Providence. 146 on the southbound side, back to around 95 in Providence. 69 conductor on both eastbound side, back to 695 in Providence. 138 eastbound side of Newport Bridge, it's a little slow. Excuse me, Route 6 is live from Sunwood and on Orleans. Bourne Bridge and Sagamore Bridge, lot. Then you get trains from Bourne and Falmouth on both ends. 95 on the southbound side, a little slow to 128 in Canton. Route 3 on the southbound side is backed up from 33 in Hingham all the way to Route 123, Route 3 in Hanover. 7 Expressway on the southbound side is backed up from Quincy to Braintree. 7 Expressway, northbound side back from Quincy down to Dorchester. 7 Expressway, southbound side is backed up from Zagmer to Boston all the way to Dorchester. Mass Park on both ends is backed up from South Boston to Logan Airport in Boston. Mass Park on the westbound side also west of 120 and then western headed towards Natick. 120 on both ends is backed up from 9 to Wellesley all the way to Harrison and Needham, and 128 southbound side back to all the way to the Pike in Weston. 120 westbound side is backed up for the Burlington stretch. 93 to the northbound side it is backed up from the Somerville stretch. 120 to the northbound side is backed up Route 95 up in Reading, and 93 to the northbound side it is backed up from them all the way up to Route 125 north Andover. 93 and southbound side back to 293 Manchester headed towards Derry, New Hampshire. Main turn back on both ends it is backed up just around Route 302 up in Westbrook. And here's 87 upbound side is backed up at the Canadian border up in upstate New York. 89 on southbound side is backed up at the Canadian border up in Vermont. And Ottawa 15 on the northbound side is backed up in some Quebec area towards Montreal. Peter Children's time is 3:08 on this Monday afternoon going into Monday evening, and it's time now for a weather report. It was a decent day on this November 28th. Not too hot, not too cold, just perfect weather conditions here. And on tonight's going to go like this. Increase of clouds to about 29 degrees. Calm wind. Tuesday, rain after AM. The rain can be heavy times. It's foggy at 1 p.m. under 56 degrees. Calm wind. Becoming southeast wind. 5 to 9 miles in the morning. West coast side. 21 miles an hour. Temperature is 100%. New month between a half, 3/4 inch possible. For Tuesday night, rain possibly a thunderstorm. Before midnight, and then slight chance rain. Then between midnight and 1 a.m. Later it's fog. Before 1 a.m. It's fog up to 2 a.m. Low around 4 degrees. And south about 5 to 10 miles coming live more in the evening. West coast side. 22 miles an hour. Temperature is 1%. New month between a 49 inch possible. For Wednesday, rain likely after 2 p.m. Mostly clouds sky about 54 degrees and north about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Becoming east in the afternoon. Temperature is 6%. New Pacific 3 to 10 inch possible. For Wednesday, rain likely before 3 a.m. Clouds sky about 40 degrees and east with about 6 to 9 miles an hour. Becoming south to midnight. Just base is 8% for Thursday. Put these podcast about 57 about 35 degrees. Friday, mostly sunny partclouds about 49, about 32 degrees. Saturday, mostly sunny partclouds about 44, about 29 degrees. Sunday, mostly sunny about 42 degrees. Sunday night, jet to shower, snow showers. Put the sky about 32 degrees and precipitation 30%. For Monday, jet to rain and snow showers. Put the sky about 45 degrees and precipitation 30%. Korean Taunton, it's 47 degrees in first skies. Humidity at 39% in Taunton. Out of Taunton here, it's fair skies, and we have a temperature of 46 degrees, humidity of 47%, and out of Mansfield, it's 45. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel 3 o'clock news on this November 28th, 2016 on a Monday afternoon, Monday evening. I'm presumably for good evening, goodbye, and I'll see you for a late night report at 11 o'clock. I hope you have a good evening.